neutralized.
Me dirijo a la posición indicada. Uno menos. Pocas cargas. Armor still holding. On your order. Target eliminated. Hit the armor! Hostile terminated.
Oh man.
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. We're not picking up any additional contacts. The AO is clear. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished. We're getting thin on manpower, Commander. We should check with Resistance HQ for new recruits.
The coordinates we discovered encoded on the genetic sample recovered from the Advent Black site imply we may have only scratched the surface of the aliens' infrastructure as it relates to this Avatar project. We were fortunate to recover the genetic sample when we did. Otherwise, our path may have very well ended here.
The aliens have always been monsters. From the very beginning, it was one failed science experiment after another. Even with the Advent forces, they tried to disguise it, but they're no different underneath all that armor. And now it comes to this, an entire facility dedicated to wiping us out. And not just that, but turning us into what? Some kind of concentrate they're using for God knows. We should have known the Elders would return. We should have known they never left.
Avenger plotting new course.
Piecing this thing back together, but it hasn't been pretty.
Our soldiers completely disabled this unit in the field. What we're hearing is merely a byproduct of electrical impulses. I assure you, it is well past the point of feeling pain.
I'll take your word for it, Doctor.
I'm sending you a new sequence now.
These are coordinates. Return coordinates. Think we've got a point of origin. Well, part of one.
Something else. Something underneath. One more. The unit is attempting to block further access.
That's not all it's doing. I'm losing the data we've already decrypted.
Almost there. Just one more adjustment.
Forget the data. It's accessing the power core. Overriding my safety. Increasing power levels to tie in, sever the connection.
There. some sort of fail-safe protocol, I imagine. The Codex must have intentionally overloaded the interface to prevent any further theft of information. Still, I believe I was one step ahead of it.
That's an enormous amount of data.
Yes, and I expect it may take some time to decipher.
Better get started. I don't think we're gonna be able to do that again.
I'll proceed with the necessary research and preparation. With your approval, of course, Commander. I'd also suggest we look into those coordinates.
That's if I can reconstruct the data we lost in the transfer. I just hope it was worth it.
New objective added.
It looks like we've got our work cut out for us, Commander.
In the field, the Codex appears as an anomalous form in an almost constant state of flux, seemingly only present in our world for milliseconds at a time. However, it was apparently not immune to the effects of conventional weaponry, having dissipated before leaving behind this object.
Codex itself unlocked one day far beyond the expectations of what is a sentient biological organism could or should be, our limits exposed. Exposure to its limit to it leaves a number of open questions. And as it appears to be using drugs and harming the spectrum, that would prove to be into no specimen study. In any case, our troops will be able to recover what can only be described as the Codex pouring. Such a process encompassing data storage, communication, tactical control, and loss of functions. For scientists,
Our work is proceeding as expected, Commander. This fearsome creature, long referred to as a berserker, is clearly a genetic relation to the other mutant species we have encountered in the field. For reasons yet unknown, this particular variant is unique in that it is altogether consumed by what can only be described as blind rage, a thirst for combat, unlike any other creature we've encountered. I'll direct our efforts towards the new research project immediately, Commander. Once we've made progress, I'll send word.
Hey, Commander. Millions of innocent lives unknowingly walking right into the aliens' trap. We should have realized sooner. We knew the aliens couldn't be trusted. But their message has always been louder than ours. And they've certainly got a lot more incentives to offer in the city centers than we do out here. Either way, we can't let this go on, no matter what the cost.
Wow.
Our work is proceeding as expected, Commander.
Hey, Commander.
Go back there. That's 5 days.
We've locked in the coordinates Shen and Taigen pulled from the Codex, Commander. But we'll have to make contact with the local resistance cell before we can move to investigate the site.
New objective added.
It looks like we've got our work cut out for us, Commander.
Great. Okay. Oh, that's amazing.
Incoming message for you, Commander. Patching it through to your quarters now.
I had high hopes for the Resistance under your leadership, Commander, and you have outdone yourself.
Non-retaliation stopped. Further off. Council mission. Alien facility destroy one regional contact. Mario install. Laptop power. Oh god. Kind of operation will be available soon. Poisonous rounds. Guaranteed reinforcements. Okay. I hate poison.
Strategic resource located. Avenger plotting new course.
Okay. Let's see. Read the admin train.
Setting course for eastern United States.
stream stopped.
Resistance ambushed an Advent train moving through an area of remote wilderness. They've left plenty of cargo for salvage. That's where we come in. Once you're on the ground, eliminate all hostile contacts and secure the area. Seize anything of value. Menace 1-5. Coordinates of the Advent train are locked in. Move to secure. Eliminate all hostiles.
Okay.
Bien, me muevo al objetivo. Andando.
The aliens may have cleaned up the design, but these monsters are no better than the ones my father dealt with.
Of course I will.
No need to ask twice.
Affirmative. Moving out. Heading there, 9.
Affirmative.
Got it covered. Got it. Moving.
Órdenes confirmadas. Marchando. En guardia. Moving. Roger. I've got my eyes on.
Orders confirmed. On the move. On overwatch. Got it. Moving. Affirmative. Covering now.
Roger. I've got my eyes on.
I can handle that. Got some advent here.
Recibido. Fallado.